As the news of the prince's birth spread, visitors began arriving at the palace. Nobles, scholars, and well-wishers who wanted to honor the newborn Siddhartha. Among them was a revered sage named Asita, a hermit who had spent much of his life in meditation high in the mountains. When he heard that a child of extraordinary destiny had been born, he knew he must see him with his own eyes. The palace trembled with excitement as Asita entered, old but steady, his presence as quiet as snowfall. When the infant prince was placed in his arms, Asita looked closely at the child's face. He saw not just softness and innocence, but a depth of clarity far beyond his age. The attendants waited for the sage to speak, expecting praise. Instead, they saw tears begin to roll down his cheeks. The king grew alarmed. "Why do you weep, honored one? Do you see misfortune in my son's future?" Asita shook his head gently. "No, great king. I see that your son will not be a ruler of ordinary lands. He will become a fully awakened Buddha, a teacher of boundless compassion. I weep only because I am old. I will not live long enough to hear his teachings." His words filled the court with a mixture of joy and unease. A prophecy of enlightenment was a blessing, but it also meant that Siddhartha might walk a path far different from the royal life his father hoped for. Still, everyone there felt the gravity of Asita's vision. It was as if the future had briefly opened, allowing them a glimpse of something vast. Yet joy soon turned to sorrow. Only 7 days after Siddhartha's birth, Queen Māyā fell ill. Despite the healer's care, her strength faded. In those final days, she held her son close, memorizing the softness of his breath and the warmth of his tiny hands. She whispered blessings to him, not as a queen, but as a mother who knew her time was ending. Then, with the same calm grace that marked her life, she passed away. In the palace, grief settled like a shadow, but Siddhartha was not left motherless. Māyā's sister, Mahāpajāpatī, stepped forward with unwavering devotion. She raised the child as her own, feeding him, comforting him, and guiding his first steps. As the prince grew older, no one spoke of the prophecy, but it lingered in the back of the king's mind, and though he could not yet understand it, Siddhartha carried with him the weight of a destiny that waited patiently for him to grow into it.